Hello everyone and welcome back to Rune Factory 3. In the last one, Sarah told us about furnishment because apparently we had such a vast amnesia that we didn't know like our name, where we're from, how stuff works. And now that something I just didn't notice last time is Raven is still standing in the doorway, so she's just been looking on while we've been told how a refrigerator works and how a bed works. She must have high expectation of our evolution in this game. Like, oh man, he's lost. Anyway, it's time to go downstairs and continue on with the tutorials of what this game is all about. So let's do that. What's downstairs? You'll see. Use the ladder to get downstairs. Because, of course, we didn't know how a ladder works either. Yay! It's good to know! Please, after you. Oh, no. Ladies first? Oh, apparently that doesn't work here. See! Raven's just standing here. Hey, we can actually talk to her. What? Oh. That was not a great conversation. But you just saw something very important, which will help you if you forget to talk to people. Every day the talk with people resets, or the talk with people resets. You can speak to people every day and you will get a new conversation, or same conversation again, depending on a lot. When you haven't talked to a person, the speech bubble above their head would be pink, or light, pinkish, reddish. And if you have talked to them, their speech bubble would be white, which is very handy when you have to like go around and talk to all the people. There will be a quest where you run around with one of the girls or whatever, and then you have to talk to all the people in town. And if you haven't remembered which people you already talked to, that speech bubble is a really good thing to know, especially with the indications and such. So, anywho, let's get down here. Well, that's a slightly messy field right there. It's very organic, that's for sure. Because there's like, oh, there's bamboo shoots. Nice. And why I'm sounding surprised, I've played this game so many times. I don't know. It's just like, oh yeah, bamboo shoots. I think my memory is really bad. Anyway. Whoa. There are two huge fields down here. Yeah. Oh, there's even like chopped down trees and stuff, so we have to clean out this mess. Yay. Looking so much forward to it. Yeah. These are the only fields in town. Then why are they not planting anything? But what? But... Okay, this is also a funny thing. I'll touch upon just in a second. These are the only fields in town. Crops can only grow here under the Sarens tree. Again, crops can only grow here. Every month there is a produce festival where everyone comes with their produce. But crops can only grow under the Sarens tree. Where do the other get their vegetables from? Or grow them? Where do they grow them? Probably in the dungeons, now that I think about it. But you can't see actual farm material. Or farm plots around the town at all where they are doing their stuff. I'm kind of like, well, then those festivals are going to be quite easy because obviously we're the only one who can actually plant stuff. But no, the game is not put up that way. But it's just a funny comment that crops can only grow here. That includes flowers and vegetables. So it's just a funny fact I like to touch upon because I didn't realize that until I opened tried out my practice file, and I was like, hey, hang on here. We have these festivals every year, and then where do they get their vegetables from? If they can't grow them next to their house or anything, that they has to be under the Sarens tree, and we have the only two fields. Where do they get their vegetables from then? Where do they plant them? And it's just a fun thing to, like, some of the comments they say, kind of like, how is that even, like, what? And he states, only under this tree, huh? Yes. The fields are a little overgrown, but you can consider cleaning them up as a part of your rent. Oh, that's her shtick. That's her shtick. She finds a poor boy with a niece and thinking, hey, we can get a free farmer if we let him stay in the tree, so we will have produce again in the city. Grandpa, that's a great idea. Let's do that, because we only plant flowers. But we can't really plant flowers, because we can only plant them underneath the severance tree, because else they won't grow. Huh. Oh, it looks like it's going to take a while. Probably. But you will have plenty of time now, right? Yeah, because we don't know who we are, so we don't know if anyone is waiting for us at some place. No. Oh well. Here's a couple of housewarming gifts for you. Oh, that's nice of you. A rusty hoe and a water bucket. A water bucket.
Thanks a lot.
Ah. I really like the subtle voice acting in this game. It's kind of like, it starts out the sentence, which it does with many RPGs, so... I really like this. Thanks. Both of those items could come in handy. Also, since we're here, why don't you try trilling some field? Sure. Oh! Sirens? Wait, we have a person here. We have a situation here. Oh, now she's afraid of monsters, is she? Eek, a monster. Get back, you two. Wait, what? This monster looks extremely hostile. I have no choice but to defeat it. It's like, it's kind of interesting that you have to see that, like, just by looking at, like, it looks hostile, but it could be friendly as something. It might just be going there for a herb. You don't know. Sarah, do you have any... do you have any weapons? You can use your hoe as a weapon. Press B and swing the hoe. Please defeat that orc. Leave it to me. Apparently orcs are bad. Very bad. Very bad indeed. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm trolling the field while I'm trying to... I'm trying to defeat the orc. Oh no! Sarah, does that look good to you? We trolled the field. Oh man, that was funny. Okay, that's all taken care of. That was incredible. Oh my. I know you didn't have a choice, but I still feel bad for the monster. She's very empathetic. As in, she feels empathy towards the monsters. Especially Wally's, apparently. Which we'll see later. But anywho. But it should be back at the Forest of Beginnings now. Yeah, I feel bad too. But what is this Forest of Beginnings you're talking about? Oh, well... I have only read about it in the books, so I wouldn't know the full details. But it's supposed to be a world where only monsters can live. So when you defeat a monster, they return to the Forest of Beginnings. Yes, the tools and weapons we use are embodied with magic. This magic allows us to send the monsters back to the Forest of Beginnings unharmed. After we beat them up, of course, but it will still send them back. We won't kill them, we'll just send them back. Is that right? Oh, is that right? Uh-oh. What about the monster's brothers that was apparently just standing to the side and waiting for us? What about them? Will they be sent back too? Oh no, more monsters. And this time there's 2 of them! Sarah, go somewhere safe. Okay. Even though she actually is quite a powerful player, which is also something we can touch upon later as well. Because we can't really do it right now, but hey. Here, use this! Oh yeah, we have to choose our weapon of choice! Technically you can train to use all the weapons, but I personally like the dual blades. Because they are fast. They don't actually give them a lot of damage, but I do like using it because it's a fast weapon. The staff would probably put them at a distance. The axe is powerful, the hammer is powerful. What I'm talking about. The spear would put them at a distance, and the staff is magic, in that you use elemental magic to make them go away. And the long sword and short sword is of course a warrior type of weapon. We all know that, but I like the dual blades a lot to use, so I will be using those. I would take the dual blades so I can attack quickly. My defense will be lower though. Oh, we can actually see all the weapons, but I think that would take up too much time. But I did basically just explain it. It's kind of like the sword is kind of like choosing your character's role. I like to use dual blades because they're fast, so I can quickly go through a dungeon. But they do lower your defense, and they don't hit as hard as, example-wise, an axe and a hammer. So, but I would take these. Thank you. Catch. Whee! No, don't float ice stuff like that. That could be very dangerous. Press B repeatedly to chain your attacks. Gotcha. Da 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 da. There we go. Hey, we leveled up, guys. Nice.
I did it.
They were some very usually these orcs do have more life than that, so it's just a tutorial thing. But yeah, they went down quite fast. Unfortunately, it was not. It could have been funny if it was already a mini boss and it was pretty hard. I don't know. But that possibly took out our breath. And actually, in the cut screen, we can see we're sending one of the monsters away. That little bubble of light there, like, see ya. That was fun. This has a lot of fun elements to it. I really like it. What's your name? Mika.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the weapon. And who are you? I'm Gaius. You're pretty strong. Thanks. Thanks. Can you see these muscles? I'm stretching them all around. You should thank Raven. She came to get me when she saw the monsters.
Thanks.
Oh, is that right? Thank you, Raven. Well, just stay away from me. My job is done. Walk away. Did I do something wrong? Don't worry about it. Gyra's like, don't worry about it. That's just how she always is. She's always a little distant and shy. Don't worry about it. It's just the way Raven is, you know. Anyway, I'm going to be heading back to work. I work at the I work at the weapon shop in town. Feel free to stop by. See you later then.
Thank you very much.
I like there is this small talk to it, so I really like that this subtle, again, I think I've said that like 3 times now in this episode. It's like I really like the subtle voice acting in it, and it's not high pitched like in the English version of Chocobo's Dungeon. Man, I can only play that for like 20 minutes without getting a headache, because it's not that it's bad voice acting, it's just so high pitched that you can't really... Man. It's too high pitched for my ears, unfortunately. Some others say it's fine. For me, I just get a headache, unfortunately. Oh, Chocobo's Dungeon. I really want to play that too. Man! Speaking of those games, like, oh man! Are you hurt at all, Mika?
I'm doing fine.
Okay! Still, I can't believe those monsters attacked all of a sudden. Does that happen a lot around here? No. Quite opposite. In fact, the monsters around here are mostly gentle. But lately I've heard rumors of groups of violent monsters attacking people. Maybe it has a connection. By the way, you're quite strong, Mika. Yes, look at my abs. Look at my muscles. Yeah, you think so? Yes, I was surprised actually. These monsters look pretty strong. Yeah, but They were tutorial creatures, Sarah, so they were not supposed to be strong. So, well, yes, they were pretty strong. They were pretty weak, actually. Yeah, that's actually the thing. Like, I know how hard they are in the Forest of Beginning to start out when we are not that trained with weapons or... first of all, when we start out, our mana, or rather energy, not mana. Our energy is low, our health is low, our strength is poor, and all these things. So the creatures is actually harder to beat in the Forest of Beginnings and what we just saw. So they were pretty weak, actually, because I know.
Wow!
Huh! Oh my. Oh my. Well, you're really impressive, Mika. Oh, there's another bunch. Oh no, more monsters. They probably overheard you saying that they were weak. Wait, you saying it was my fault? Yes. We don't have any time to worry about it now. The monster seems angry and stronger than before, so be careful. It's a punishment! By the way, as far as I believe, I can't remember if this is true, if you actually took this option, you'll be attacked by multiple monsters, as you can see. However, I think if you said they were strong, they'll just leave you alone. So I actually accidentally chose a monster fight. But oh well. Got it. But okay, we were just gonna... As you can see now, they have much more health, and I'm taking out the archer first because that is the one that actually can slightly do some quite damage, because you can actually, with the dual blades here, send them pretty far away, pretty quickly. Set them at a distance, but with the archers you can be hit from afar, so I usually try to take out the archers first. Which is... I don't know. What? The battle difficulty has been set to hard. What? I will be changing that back to normal because I'm not interested in hard fights. I am not being interested in that. Oh yes, that's actually not it. Like, this is indirectly... Oh, that is what it is. Like, it indirectly chooses the difficulties of the monsters that you pick. I forgot that. So if they say they were pretty hard, it would, the battle difficulty would have been normal. Whereas if you said, they were pretty weak, you would be set to hard, like hard mode monsters. Oh my, I forgot that! Should we just stay on hard and just be very, very much... we're gonna get pummeled. For my forgetful choices. This is gonna be fun! Okay. Well, you can technically change it at any time, but... I don't know, maybe you should just stay on hard and then see how well that goes. Because I've never played on hard. I don't think so, at least. If you find it too hard, though, you can always change the difficulty, which I just said. Yes, I should read before I talk. Maybe. You can change the battle difficulty at any time in the trophy room in your house, which is the only room that we haven't been in yet. So we can go check that just in a second. To get to the trophy room, you can just climb down the ladder to the right side of your room. Or your house, currently, but that's fine.
I'm exhausted.
Phew, I'm tired. Is it safe now? Yeah. I don't think there will be any more monsters. I've had it, though, enough. That's good. Well, why don't I teach you how to work on the farm now? Sure! Because tutorials! I might have forgotten something. Just like the difficulty settings. Let's start clearing some weeds from the field. Yes. This looks like a good place. Hey-ya! Oh, she just turned everything into weeds. Man, she's a witch. Now, here, there. Now it's a mess. Oh, now it's a mess. It wasn't a mess before. It was a harder mess before because there were stones. There was a bamboo shoot that you can't just pick up. You actually have to cut them before you can pick them up. And then there were herbs that you just pick up without a problem. If you want to clear all those weeds off the field, all you need to do is pick up the weeds. When you see a red arrow, just do this. You always do press action button. It's easy. Okay, Mika. Clear the field that I have filled with weeds. Yeah, these are actually going to be quite easy because if you think about it, if she just have spread a bunch of weeds onto a field, if you think about it, they would not be that stuck to the ground because she technically either just threw them on the ground or planted them. So yeah, that's a thing.
Wow.
Good job. Now why don't you equip your rusty hoe now? What? Now why don't you equip your rusty hoe now? There could be a now missing from that sentence without it having a problem. Press L to open the quick equipment menu. Next, use mirror to select the item that you would like to equip. Then press B. And just like that, your rusty hoe will be equipped. She like, yes! I have an excellent plan, Hexen. And actually another funny thing, if you press X, as I believe, yeah. If you press X, you can remove the text boxes and you can see her full glory and going, yes, we meet again, Mr. Bond. Hands like, yes, I have a great plan. Okay, let's just continue talking to her. Go ahead, give it a try. Also, place the wheat you're holding into the shipping bin to ship them. The shipping bin is located here. This is like, I don't know if it's just me being a little annoyed, but I hate it being in the middle. I would like it to be against a wall or something. It's just randomly in the middle, especially if you're cutting down bamboo shoot and you accidentally hit the box. It disappears because you killed the box. So I would have loved if it was like next to a wall or something. That would have been nice. So it's minor things. So first we gotta ship these. Put in. There we go. So we can get a little funding for our efforts with the monsters. And then we'll go and equip the rusty hoe. Right there. There you go. Good job. Now it's time to till the field. Oh, I already did that while I was beating the first one. Anyway, to till your field, equip your hoe and stand on the field and press B. I want you to till the field that you just cleared. Well, okay. Apparently the tilling we did while we were battling a monster was not quite efficient enough. Of course not. It has to be her way or the highway. I'll be waiting here. She's very determined in teaching us how to farm. She must really think less of us in some way just because the thought that we don't know anything, I guess. But on the other hand, it's better to be safe than sorry, to be honest. Whoa, you already look like a pro. Since your field is tilled, it is time to sow some seeds. Here, take this. Oh, you're getting a little close to us right there. Oh yeah, this is the other. This is actually the other flower you can get in the Forest of Beginnings. I talk a lot about the dungeons because I actually love to go into adventure into the dungeons. But the toy herb and the moondrop flowers are the flowers that you can find in the Forest of Beginnings, and that's excellent birthday presents for Sarah. She loves them, I guess. Oh, she likes them. I can't remember which one she actually loves, but she likes she likes any flower. So she is easy to please on her birthday. Now, just like you did with your hoe, let's press L to open the quick menu. Select the toy herb seeds and press B. The toy herb seeds will be equipped. Okay, Mika. Mika, let's equip some seeds. Yes, let's equip some seeds. There we go. Good job. It's somewhat a little tiny bit condescending, but I know why they do this. It's if you have never played Rune Factory before and you don't know, or never played a Harvest Moon type game before, it's very helpful. But for one who has already played it so many times, kind of like, yeah, it seems a little condescending now. Anyway, but you can't just equip the seeds. If you don't sow them, they won't grow. Well, that's kind of obvious. Just like what you did with your hoe, stand on the field and press B. Sow the seeds into the field that you have prepared. Okay, Mika. Sow the seeds. Yes, indeed. So we will just walk around and sow some seeds. That's what we're gonna do. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. And a little more, a little more. And there we go. Great, you sowed the seeds. As you can see, each field can accommodate, 9 seeds. Now that you have sown the seeds, it's time to water them. Why don't you equip your water pot? Just like you did before, like everything before, you do that and that and that, and then you can equip your water pot. Yes. I will skip if it becomes repetitive. I'm not gonna read it if it's repetitive. Great. Your old water pot something with V words I can't do today. Great, your old water pot is equipped. Now take a look at the bottom left. Basically, now you have to look, it does say look at the top screen corner, bottom of the top screen corner. However, for you guys, it's on the left. Isn't that fantastic? So it's on the left corner, left bottom corner. There is an icon of a water pot. That's very nice, right? Do you see the water pot icon? Yes, we do. Yep. Yep. Great. You can collect water for your water pot from the pools of water. Oh, really? For instance, over there? From here! Or from here! In case you didn't know how water pools look like. Go to one of those pools and water and press B. Your water pot will be completely filled up. Now, Mika, fill up your water pot. She's very bossy today, I must say. There we go. Do you see the empty water pot icon? It's now filled with water. That means that your water pot has been refilled. Remember, you need water in your water pot in order to water your crops, which is kind of a giving thing. Yes, indeed. And I like the most important parts of the text is kind of highlighted with blue, because they kind of like highlight the most important hints and points in the game. Just in case you didn't notice them, or they expect you to not notice them. But that's the thing. Anyway. Speaking of which, let's water them now. Face towards the seeds and press B. Now, Mika, what are these seeds? Yes, indeed. Like, one of the good things is this is gonna get easier later on. But as in every game, as they start out, you have to get better at it to get more skills. And here you actually train your skills to become better and be able to get better. Oh yeah, you can just do this. Just continue pressing B and then just move forward. It will kind of go faster. But in this game, you have to level up your experience to become better at stuff, to earn new skills. And by farming, you actually kind of learn new combat skills as well. So this is an important part of the game as well. So always take that into mind. Anyway, good job. If you water them every day, the flowers will bloom in about 2 days. We don't have time to wait that long, though. So I have prepared some fully grown toy herbs. Right there. See? Oh, and that field are 3 toy herbs. And 6 withered grass. What's that? You expected there to be 9 toy herbs? Oh no, Mika. You surely are a fool. You just have to grow those 9 on your own, Mika. I can't do everything for you, you know. I love Sarah's personality. She's slightly bossy, she's kind, and she's a tiny bit sassy. Just a tiny bit of the cute side. So that's why I really like her as a character. And she's very informative. She will always help you out if there is something you're stuck with or something of the sort. Anyway. Anyway. You might not think it, but withered has its uses too. Oh, they do? Read the sign for more details and see that withered grass isn't so useless after all. Now let's harvest some toy herb, shall we? You can harvest your crops by using A. Just basically every other thing with the interaction things, so that's fine. Remember how you cleared the field with V? Yes. Basically the same. Yes, okay. Okay, harvest some toy herbs. Yes, we will do so. There we go.
Wow!
Perfect. I knew you could do it. Anywho. Now, let's collect some lumber. Here, take this. That wasn't easy. Normally, you have to use an axe on branches or tree stumps to make wood, but we skip that part for now. First, pick up the wood, then put it in the lumber shed. Over there. This is the lumber shed right here, in case you didn't notice with the big tree stumps in it. That's of course. Okay, Mika, put the wood in the lumber shed. Okay. Okay, and then we can put away with X or Y. Nice. They make nice presents, and if you need the money, you can sell them too. Well, I think I will just keep them for now, and then we'll pick up the little piece of wood here and put it in the woodshed. There we go. Did you put the wood in the lumber shed yet? Ah, she is really on top of us, I must say. I did! Give me a gold medal. I did! Perfect. And that's basically all you need to know for farming, Mika. Good job. Great. My plan has worked, so here's some seeds and a bit of money for you. Nice. We got more toy herb seeds.
Thanks a lot.
Yay. And 500 credits. I don't know if it's gold or credits. It's probably gold because it's signified with a G, so let's just call it gold. That's fine. Thank you so much. Open the pause menu to view the seeds you got. Press start to open the pause menu. Press start to open the pause menu. I will try later. Oh, I almost forgot. What? I forgot to explain RPs. RP? Roleplay? What kind of roleplay? This is very important. When you play a role-playing game, it's very important that you have RPs. I'm just kidding. On the touchscreen, there are two bars, HP and RP, on the upper left corner. So it's basically still on the upper left corner. Yes. As you can see, just... well, we can't see it yet because she's kind of standing in that way. Right around here. Huh? Don't see it anywhere. It's kind of an inside joke right there, like, I don't see it. You can't see him now. You'll be able to see them once we have finished talking. Oh, I see. When you use your tools, you will use RP. RP is for rune points and not role-playing. But rune points is an interesting thing. That's an interesting way of saying energy. Or stamina. So that's the energy of your body. Yeah, so basically it's stamina. Rune points is stamina. Okay, that's good. Then we have clarified that. If you run out of RP, then your HP will go down. And HP is your hit points and not your health points. It's your hit points. That's actually an interesting thing that it's not health and it's not stamina. It's hit points and rune points / energy. But it's basically the same again. If your HP runs out, you will faint. Working hard is good, but don't work so hard that you pass out. Okay. Got it, miss? Well then, let's choose a name for your farm. Now. A name for the farm? You mean I get to name it? Yes, apparently. Yes, of course. It's your home now, after all. Okay, I will name it. Should we call it, like... I usually call it mellow because I like to mellow and relax with games. But also, it reminds me of the word marshmallow and just makes me happy. So we'll call it mellow. Oh, actually, let's punctuate it or write it correctly with the right caps and and no caps. There we go. Mellow. There we go. Now I just hope I actually spelled it right. Mellow Farm? Do you like it? Yes, I do. Anyway, please come by my house later, Mika. I have more to tell you, but I need to set up my shop first. Okay, I will talk to you later. Where's your house anyway? Well, you go down from here, and there are 3 stores. The middle store is where I live, the flower shop. There are flowers all around it, so apparently they can grow flowers in this place, but they can't grow crops. And again, which is the weird thing, because you can only enter crops in the produce. As far as I've experienced, you can only enter crops in the produce festivals. So yeah, it's still kind of confusing to me. That only place where things can grow is underneath the Seren's tree and the dungeons, by the way. But for some reason, they can still enter crops because they have found them somewhere randomly, I guess. There are flowers all around it, so you should be able to tell which house it is right away. Okay. By the way, I'm not being too overbearing, am I? No, of course not. Of course not. You never say yes to such a question. It's kind of like, do I look nice in this dress? You don't answer those questions. You just say yes. You don't say no. Don't you dare. Don't. I even have girlfriends that scolded me out. They wanted my honest opinion, and then you kind of go into the cocoon. Something. Just agree. I don't know. Anyway. That's so good to hear. Well, I'll be going then.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you so much for everything. It was my pleasure. Well, if you excuse me then. Bye-bye! Okay. So, now we're just kind of left behind to do whatever we want to do. However, I actually will go up and save. Because now we learned all this, so it's a good thing to save. And now I will just, before we end off, tell you why I save a lot in this game. Because there's 2 reasons to it. One, I'm not sure if it's because I play on the 3DS, or if it's just a thing that really just happens with the game. Because I have seen other people having the same problems. But sometimes the screen goes, or the game cuts off and you go back to the closing screen, or the game freezes, and I've experienced this a lot in this game. So I save very rapidly in the game for not losing any progression. The second is more strategy than anything, because we have stormy weather in this game that messes up your field completely. Example, if there's a hurricane, if there's a hurricane out there, if there's a hurricane weather, it would actually destroy your plants and make something appear differently in the area where you planted stuff. So it's also kind of a strategy-wise, but I don't know if I would do it in this playthrough, because you will also probably like to see me having a challenge, right? So we are currently on hard mode. Oh, I should actually show you where you can do that. Because if you have the game, you can go... Oh, we skilled up by running. As you can see here, there's a whole area here where you can... It's basically the trophy room. What is this? Oh! Hello! It was a surprising attack from her. I should have done this in another episode, but oh well. Oh, you found this room. Yeah, what is it? This is the trophy room. When you have accomplished certain things, trophy will appear here. When I do certain things? Like what? You know. I'm not really sure. I guess you would just have to experiment and find out.
Really?
Really? Apparently she doesn't know everything, but that's a good thing about this game. Basically, there's the festivals, there are accomplishments, there are different things to get the different trophies, but that we will see in later episodes, of course. This is also connected to the labyrinth world. You can't use it yet, but this doorway will take you to the labyrinth world once you activate it. You can go on a labyrinth solo, or friends can join you locally over DS wireless. As I said, this is a DS game, so it's a bit old. I think actually it's from 2010, so it's basically 9 years old. Now that we are talking about 2019, but I believe it's from 2010. Because I remember it coming out just around the time where I moved away from home, so I believe it was 2010. Over here is the ranking room. It will show you your festival scores, and the scores are based on the amount of money that you make. You can compare your scores with those of other players in Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, which I don't really think works anymore, by the way. So don't do that. Try to be the best. No, because I'm not a competitive person, unfortunately. I have rarely a competitive bone in my body. Except if it comes to who makes the best food. My family and I often have a cook-off to see who makes the best of what. That's probably the only time I'm getting competitive, but really, I'm not really a competitive person. I'm a casual gamer. I just like to play and have fun and relax and enjoy. That's why I play games. To de-stress, relax, have fun, you know. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there's the book. We actually need to just show you, basically, but she's gonna tell you about it. Oh, you can use this book to change the difficulty of combat. If it's too hard right now, change it to normal. Well, that's all I have to tell you about this room.
Thanks a lot.
Got it.
See you later.
She just remembered and ran back. She has a good cardio, that's for sure. Anyway, if you chose the hard option and you want to change it, you can change it right here, as you can see. But I'm not gonna do that. I actually want to try and do the hard mode because I've never really done that. I think I've always just set it back to normal and then that's fine. However, I actually think we'll be ending off here, and until next time guys, take care and have a fantastic day.